First straight, always important. Start, always important. But the most important part is the finish line. Track's pretty tame, not as technical, however, makes for a great racetrack as we head over the first double roller. Then step up, step down. Don't forget about that step down as we follow Torres into the men's side, the pro section, as we hit a double, small little roller after that, and then a double into the second corner. Keeping going around, we're going to head into the rhythm section. We jump in, double, roller, double, and then a quad. Stepping into that last corner as we go around, there will be a tabletop. Legs are burning here. Step up and a double here as we see the Dutch rider wheeling on in after Torres. Nice, fun lap. We thank them for that lap. And that'll be the track. So again, not the most technical track. However, we have some great technical and fast riders. Round 1, 8 finals coming up. Those that don't make it out of the 8th finals will go to a last chance qualifier. And here we go. The start list. Andre Van Gorkum, Klashenko, Romero, Guzman, Brizuela, and Aguirre. We line up. Look, all eyes on Sylvain Andre, currently leading points. He has had a great year with a second place, almost taking it from Corbin Straw at the finish line at the World Championships. But right now, he's in lane 1, focused on this moto as we are official.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Clean start. Andre's breathe right strip is working for him as they jump over the first jump. Looks like Andre Van Gorkum, we have a rider down on the first straight, but Andre, Van Gorkum, and Klashenko 1, 2, and 3 as they come out of first turn. Van Gorkum showing a little style over the doubles, having a little bit of fun. Andre seems to be pulling away just a bit with Van Gorkum in tow as they go around, the Russian in third. But right now it's all Sylvain Andre as he's stepping away well down the last straight. So it's going to be Andre, Van Gorkum, Klashenko for the 1, 2, and 3 with Montesinos from Chile making a great 4th place finish.
Yeah, it's good to see Van Gorkum back on point, getting that 2nd place finish. Sylvain Andre leaving off where he did at that last race with a win in that race. And you see that we had 2 riders down on that first straight, unfortunate, but you see Andre, Van Gorkum, Klashenko, and Guzman. Those will be your top 4 riders here from Moto number 1, the first race for these riders today at the World Cup, stop number 5.
No one likes to see a rider go down. And, you know, it's funny, Pete, you were saying that the track's not that technical. It's not that technical. However, what most people don't realize is when you come out of that gate and you charge down that hill, it does get quite crowded over those jumps. And, you know, some people, you know, just at slight movements right or left ever so slightly is all it takes for someone to get essentially bucked off as if they were on a horse or off of a horse, as it were, and go down. So as we see it, so it looked like there was some action in the air, some bumping in the air, and then it looks like the Argentinian went down. But Andre and Van Gorkum, clean start. Van Gorkum throwing a little style, getting a little loose over the jumps in a fun kind of way as Andre brings it on in to the finish line with enough energy to pull up over that tabletop and then lunge for the finish line, practicing as if he's going to have to race for it come the end of the day. Got the crowd clapping. We have the rider being taken off as a precaution. Safety crew here is top-notch. Was here yesterday. I was watching them having their meeting. They were going over, doing their due diligence. Second rack, Nihog, Nagasako, Lopez, Rosebado, Santo, Cafa, and Liendo. 3 Argentinians, so the crowd is going to get loud for these gentlemen. However, all eyes are on Torrey Nihog. He is one of the gentlemen up for the Supercross title this year, ranked number 3, as he's in lane 1. Big surprise. Torrey's going to probably throw his weight around. What do you think, Pete?
Yeah, Torrey's been ultra consistent this year. When we had the time trials, he was the fastest guy the last 2 times that we had that time trial here in Santiago. So he wants to repeat that today, but he wants to bring it throughout the day of racing. Torrey, as we said, has been super consistent. He's in 3rd overall in those points right now. He's in lane 1. He wants to have a good run. As we get ready to drop the gate here in Moto number 2 at the UCI BMX Supercross.
Looks like Torrey Nihog hits the gate just a bit as the Japanese rider charges to the front. But Torrey still finds his way up to 2nd place. So we have Nagasako, Nihog, and Lopez, 1, 2, and 3. My guess is that Nihog is going to try to make a move on the Japanese rider, but that remains to be seen as Tori gets a lot of great pedals. Nighthawk making a charge on the outside, and he does so, wanting lane position. So he hops into first place. So it's Nighthawk, Nagasako 1 and 2 with Lopez in the third place position.
And you have these riders, they always say that first moto of the day is the hardest one. You know, you got to get ready. You had it warm up over an hour ago. Looks like Tori was either sleeping or anticipated the gate wrong, hits it, but he comes back, takes that win over Lopez, who actually gets second, Nagasako third, and Del Santo will take the fourth there. Top four in moto number 2, Jason.
Right, and remember, those who do not get top 4 or better will go to a last chance. As we see the replay, Nighthawk not off to the best start. Nagasako off to one of his best starts. Gets over that roller very well, but Nighthawk finding those power pedals and throwing that weight around, almost high sides off of Nagasako, actually. So Nighthawk staying patient right here, and then he charges in that third straight to make his way around the Japanese rider to take it in for the win.
Yeah, as Jason said, these riders that did not get 5th through 8th will be in a last chance qualifier after this round of motos here as we get ready for the moto number 3. Jason, riders loaded in the gate.
Yes.
See that start list.
Van Gent, Peluard, Sebesta, the American, Schaub, Munoz, and Suarez. So, eyes on Van Gent. He took a win in Zolder. Always smiles, known for his fast first straights. He was telling me that in Rock Hill at the World Championships, he could not find the speed on the track, but he likes this track. He'll be in lane 1. So my eyes are going to be on lanes 1, 2, and 3 with Van Gent, Peluard, and the American Sebesta.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Looks like Peluard had an interesting initial snap, but Van Gent and Sebesta just shutting him down as they jump straight into the first turn 1 and 2, roll into the first turn 1 and 2, going over the pro section, kicking it out a little bit. Van Gent looking over the front tire. They seem to be very comfortable. Sebesta finding some speed and catching up to Van Gent into that second corner. Van Gent now pulling away as Peluard is pulling up on Sebesta down the rhythm section. But right now it's all Van Gent and Sebesta going into the last straight, and that's how they will finish with Peluard in third.
Yeah, Tuan Van Gent, as you said, Jason, riddled with injuries and not having the best of seasons the last 2 years. Coming back, winning one of those World Cups, definitely a spark under him. Put him up in contention. He sits 5th overall in the points. And you can see right there that start. He's looking on point again today. A good battle there for that second and third place point. But Tuan Van Gent definitely looking good. That win definitely motivated him here early in the day. We'll see how things work out through the rest of the day's program.
Yes, Van Gent. Replay of Nighthawk coming down the first straight. And yes, Lopez just edging out Nagasako in the moto prior. The official, Van Gent, Sebesta, Peluard, and Munoz. Peluard with not a great start, but that inside lane definitely advantages. He found a pocket and slid into third. Next up, we have Keeman, Molina, Jones, Yamaguchi, Nakai, and Godoy.
So we have a good mix here, Jason, of some of the veterans, some of the younger guys, a good contingent from Japan here as well. Interesting to see as these riders get loaded in the gate. Nick Kimmin gave us that GoPro lap. Let's see if he can get another good lap here as we get ready for heat number 4.
Ready, watch the gate.
Nick Keeman out, Molina with the start and shutting Nick down. Keeman shut down, but Molina, the Argentinian, just doing it for country and pride. Molina and Jones, so we have Argentina, New Zealand, and Holland, respectively, going into the second corner. Molina riding on some hype. He's known to be fast down the first straight and on this track, so I got to think he's going to want to take it all the way to the main event. Jones had a couple of injuries earlier this year, but he's looking strong right now with Keeman trying to find his way in third. Maybe going to pressure Jones, but I think he'll just wait it out. As you can see, the local crowd is cheering for their countryman, Molina.
Yeah, as you said, Jason, Molina got out good. Cut over on Nick just ever so slightly. Trent Jones was able to go on the outside. It's good to see him have an upswing on his weekend. Had a canceled flight on the way here. Then when he got to his hotel, he had some muddy water coming out of the spigot. So today things are looking up for him. Second place ahead of Nick Kimmin. We can see right here as Molina just comes over ever so slightly. When you're in lane 1, it's an advantage if you get a good gate.
That's right. Anyone can get cut off from any lane. As we saw, Nick Keeman was out okay, but he just wasn't out better than Molina. Molina knew that and got his elbow in front of him, and that's all it took. Nick Keeman does find his way into third place, so he will live to fight another round. Official Molina, Jones, Keeman, and Yamaguchi Nakai and Godoy Becerra will have to go to the last chance qualifier. As we head up to the next on the list, we will have Evans, Komarov, Yoshi, Aguirre, Ikegami, and Viola. Kyle Evans spending some time in the USA before he made his way here. He and his teammate drove 20 hours from Florida to Indiana for a Pro-Am event, and Kyle Evans won that, taking away quite a bit of money. So he wants to keep that streak going in lane 1.
Ready, watch the gate.
Evans, known for his fast starts. He usually has the quickest hill times, and definitely in this moto he has the quickest hill time as he charges in the first turn right in front of Komarov. So it's Evans, Komarov, and Yoshi. Japanese riders making a strong showing this first round of motos, but right now it's all Evans and Komarov as they spread out heading into the rhythm section. Evans looking good. You can see his bike's quite long compared to everyone else. Long and low is how the British seem to set their bikes up, but it definitely works for those first straights as Evans is going to bring it in to the finish line, followed by Komarov. A little bit of space between Yoshi and Aguirre.
Yeah, as you said, Jason, Kyle Evans been in the U.S. He got second place in Louisville, Kentucky as well, or third place in Louisville, Kentucky. Got on the podium there, went to that Pro-Am, won some big money, and today starts the day off with a victory here in heat number 5. Definitely a good way to get your day kicked off.
Yes, Evans, Komarov, Yoshi, and Aguirre. And you'll notice that the riders are lunging to the finish line. So the times are important because they want to have best lane choice the next round. So this round we have Godet, Souza, Quintilla, Pizarro, Webster, and Bertolini.
It's good to see Godet back on the tour. Another rider that's been around for a long time.
One of the elder French statesmen, that's for sure.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Godet has a right to make a Godet start, a good start. Sorry about that, people. I couldn't come up with anything clever. But Godet does find his way on the inside. So Godet looking to have a good day. First place right now as he heads into the second corner. He's got some heat on him from the Argentinian as De Souza and Pizarro are following him. Godet looking smooth, but now we have Pizarro coming up in second place. Godet all the way down the last straight, getting a little crooked. Godet's having a pretty wild lap here. Manages to hold on for the first, followed by De Souza and Pizarro. Quite an interesting ride from Godet. Uncharacteristic, actually. Kind of an inconsistent start. Finds his way up front. The Argentinian, I don't know if the breeze affected him, but he moved over to the right and probably should have went to the left and left room for Godet to come in and squeeze through for that win. Again, lunging for that finish line because time is of the essence.
Yeah, and you mentioned how important that is. And South Americans are known for being strong finishers. So you see the official results there, and those guys want to make their way through and have better starts times for picking their next gate.
Next up, we have Bensic White, Matsushita Rios, Hasagawa, and Rios. Eyes on lane number 1 and 2. Trey White,
Random start.
Kyle Evans' teammate on the bright yellow
Riders
GT
ready,
bicycle.
Watch the gate.
Out of the gate they go. Looks like Trey White straight to the front, followed by the Dutch rider. But Trey White is all by himself on the first turn. So it's White and Bensink. White, Bensink also known for great starts, as it were. But right now it's all White into the second corner. White just taking it away, looking smooth, looking nice. Bensink looking like he wants to catch up, but getting a little surprised in that rhythm section as the third place rider, Rios from Argentina, looking to make his country proud with the shield on his back. So we have White, Bensink, Rios, and Rios brothers heading down the finish line. Looks like Japanese contingent not making their best showing as of late. They will have to go to the last chance, but right here it is all White and Bensink with the Rios brothers rounding out the top 4. They will move on.
So there is your official results. White, Bensick, and Rios squared. Those are going to be the 4 riders making their way into those next rounds.
Next up, Kai Sakakibara, the Australian national champion. Palominos, Arboleda, Vaca, Shimada, and Diaz.
Okay, riders, random start.
Heat 8, round 1.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Down the hill they go. Looks like Sakakibara getting some business from Ospina down the first straight. Sakakibara does have position, so Sakakibara is going to just edge out Ospina as they go into the second straight, but it looks like the Colombian wants more, and he's going to pass him around the outside. Sakakibara uncharacteristically over jumping into the second corner and falling behind as the Colombian is pulling away. So right now we have Ospina making a great showing, followed by Sakakibara, and Palominos now challenging Sakakibara. Was on the flight with Palominos from Buenos Aires to Santiago del Estero, and he definitely looked like he had the eye of the tiger in the waiting room as we were waiting for our flight to leave. Sakakibara not off to the best start. This hill, by the way, looks official, but the riders have been telling me that it rides different, and it's either shorter and or not as tall as the official Olympic hill. So that might be an issue why you might see having some of the guys having some trouble with their starts and their hills. But Ospina, Palomino, Sakakibara, and Shimada. So I know that will be sitting in Kai's mind, that third place. Right now we have the Magician Ramirez, Chappelle for the Chappelle Show, Diaz, Montenegro, Espejo, and Finney. 3 Argentinians in this moto, 2 Colombians, so very much a South American contingent here.
Okay, riders, random start.
These gentlemen race each other year in and year out
Ready, watch the gate.
when not in international competition, just by way of geography. As they head down the hill, looks like the Colombian, the Magician, straight to the front, looking nice and smooth. Normally, he's making moves from behind, but it looks like he's going to take this one at least to the second turn to the front. Looking quite nice going into the second corner and pulling away. Ramirez, known for his track speed, so it's no surprise that he's pulling away from the rest of the crowd, quite relaxed into the last corner and still making time on Chappelle. As Chappelle, the French rider, followed by the Argentinian in third. So we have Ramirez, Chappelle, Montenegro, and Diaz. Nice smooth start by Ramirez. Pete, what do you think?
Yeah, Ramirez is definitely looking on point down here. He's had what he admits is not the best season to date, but right now today he looks to be making that up. He really wanted to focus on this race. He has a lot of fans here, and right now it looks really good for him as he makes his way through to those 8 finals, as there are your official results. As he takes that win with Chappelle, Montenegro, and Diaz, those are your top 4 riders.
Yeah, my guess is the Colombians have been to this track earlier on this year. They look really comfortable here. Let's see if Shira, Torres, Marino, Larrea, Zuleta, or Arenas are as comfortable as Ramirez was last lap. All eyes on the world champ, Corbin the Cowboy Shira. The Cowboy's his nickname this weekend, they told me at the USA pit, so we have to call him the Cowboy. But Corbin Shira from Tucson, Arizona, current world champion, as you see with the rainbow jersey. He'll be coming out of lane 1. That's not to say he won't be contested by the other gentleman in the gate.
Ready, watch the gate.
Nice, easy style from Corbin Shiraz. He jumps quite relaxed into the first corner, but it looks like the Argentinian's not going to let it happen, as we have Torres, young champion, how we do it down here in Argentina. And he is doing just that, as Torres on a tear in front of Corbin Shiraz heading into the last corner. So it is Torres, Shiraz 1 and 2 with Marino in third. Torres looking very comfortable, getting a great reception from the crowd, as it's Torres, Shiraz, Marino, and Larrea from Ecuador. Yeah, it looks like Corbin might have been caught sleeping just a bit, not his best gait. He is known to tap it on the way down, but Torres just shot out like a cannon. And I think the hype and the local crowd and the local track advantage might have helped him just a bit.
Yeah, riding with those rainbow stripes sometimes could be a hindrance as well, but Corbin's one of those riders always looking stronger at the end of the day when he's on point, so we'll see if that happens today here at stop
It's a
number
long
5.
day of racing. So right now, fields, Olympic gold medalist, Palmer, Shippers, Rios, Concha, Katana, and Lopez. Connor Fields looking straight into the camera, looking straight for that gold. Connor's been known to win several World Cups in the past, as he has lane 1 and all eyes are on number 11. Palmer right next to him, the Canadian, looking to make his way in the series. Palmer off to a decent start, but Corbin Schraw just making a lot of room for himself, overjumping the first jump a bit, but he still has a full bike going into the first corner. Looks like Connor Fields all the way with Palmer in 2. So it's going to be Fields and Palmer 1 and 2 as they head into the second corner. Shadows doesn't seem to be bothering them at all just yet. I know that has been an issue in the past. Connor Fields pulling away, followed by Palmer as they both pull away from Shippers 1, 2, and 3. Connor Fields again with the lunge, Palmer with the lunge, as well as Shippers with the lunge down the line. All wanting to get the best times because when they get mixed up in the next rounds, they don't know who they're gonna go against, so they want to make sure they get the best time for themselves. But Connor Fields really making some room on that first straight, and then just nice and smooth into that last corner, staying low. Torres showed us last year that you can ride very low in these corners and keep your speed. Seems like Connor Fields took note of that and is practicing some of those lines right now.
Yeah, celebrating his birthday early in the week. Connor comes home with a prize right now. First place in heat number 11. Number 11 could be a sign. Let's see how things work out throughout the rest of the day. But here we go into heat number 12, Jason.
Heat number 12, Dave Vandenberg, Naverstad, Yoshimura, Rojas, Santillan, Mercado, and Aslakserd. Vandenberg currently in the hunt for the overall title, ranked number 2. He's only 24 years old. Best finish was a second place, although he was leading. He's led some mains out in Papendal. So he's looking to get a win here, and this is the beginning of the end of his season, so he wants to end it just right.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Out of the gate they come. Looks like I'm seeing some back wheels sliding on that blue paint. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask the riders between motos, but Vandenberg all the way into the first turn, followed by Naverstad on that Speedco and Yoshimura. So it's going to be Vandenberg, Naverstad, and Yoshimura 1, 2, and 3. Vandenberg over jumping into the second corner just a bit. Doesn't seem to matter as he's pulling away. Vandenberg, no fuss, no muss, just taking it straight in, point A to point B. Nothing but brute force from this guy, known to be a strong rider. So Vandenberg, start to finish, followed by Naverstad and Yoshimura.
Yeah, Vandenberg new to the series, new to great results, but right now not new to being out front, as you said, Jason. Looking smooth going to turn that last turn here in the replay. He's definitely been one of those guys to keep an eye on. He could be the next rider from the Netherlands to take a big win. Could it happen today? We'll wait and see later on in the day, but right now he kicks off the day with a win in heat number 11, heat number 12, the last of the Elite's men, first round here in San Cayetano del Estero. We're going to move over to those women just in a few moments. But Jason, good racing so far. Everyone's kind of looking, nobody's really stood out, but we'll see how things pan out as we get into the next round. For those riders, they'll have that last chance, and then we move on to those quarterfinals.
That's right. What I like about what I'm seeing is most people are comfortable with the track, which means that as we get closer down to the quarterfinals and last chance and semifinals, that since everyone is so comfortable on the track, it really makes for good racing because then it's all about racing the race versus racing the track. As we head back up, round 1, heat 1, women, we have Smulders, Escobar, George, Toucher, and Stevo. All eyes on Smulders. Smulders currently sitting on top of the points list. She has won 3 of the 4 Supercross events, and she's looking to win 5 and 6 as well.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Looks like George off to a great start, number 33. Actually ahead, Smulders goes down. George finding her way to the front with Toucher in third. So it's going to be George, Bao, and Toucher. Danny George making her way with that carbon bike. She says she likes it, so Danny George heading to the front over the rhythm section. They go down a different course than the men, just to the other side, but nonetheless just as challenging. So George Bao looking to make her charge at the end. As we know, time is of the essence. Time is important. George is going to maintain that lead, followed by Bao, and Stevo getting in front of the Canadian Toucher. Don't know what happened to Smulders. She goes over the first jump and just gets a little crooked. Gravity lock is what we call it. She goes down with the Colombian. That's unfortunate. George had a great start anyway, so she takes it all the way from start to finish, followed by Bao and Stavo, the Brazilian, number 93, for the third.
Yeah, Laura Smulders goes down. She's back up. She's riding around the track. Unfortunately for Escobar, she's still down. We have the medical team checking her out, but you can see Laura Smulders riding down the last straightaway. Handlebars look a little crooked. She seems to be holding her arm, so we'll see if she's able to make way through the rest of the day, which would be a big shakeup in these points. She has a pretty good lead over Simone Christensen, but anything could happen. We have single points today, single points tomorrow, but those 6 scores are going to be ones that tally up. And this woman right here, currently sitting in third, has a good shot. These women are pretty close in points, but anything can happen. And Mariana Pajon, no stranger to winning here in the past, Jason. Super fast, always a threat to see her win. It'll be good to see her and Laura Smulders hopefully go head-to-head throughout the rest of the day. But right now, Smulders just coming across the line. We'll see how things progress with her. After this round, I'll be in the pits, so we'll see if we can get some information to see how it's going on. But as we said, it's also Escobar, who's still down on that first straightaway, who collided with Smulders as she crashed.
Collided with Smulders, goggles blew off. Crowd's definitely concerned and clapping for her as they take her off the track. No one wants to begin a day with a crash, that's for sure. Smulders definitely wanting to get her points early on. Pajon concerned and checking on things as they on her country woman as she gets carted off the track. Mariana, not only a great competitor, but also a great friend and human, as I've heard and seen. So looking like there may be some debris on the track. Just talking with the officials to make sure the track is tip-top. Safety's important to everyone.
So as you said, yeah, these ladies will line up in the gate. It's got to throw your game off a little bit, Jason. Right as you're loaded in the gate, getting prepared to race, crash goes down, especially she's really good friend. She's actually rooming with Escobar this weekend. So hopefully, as you said, she had some concern for her also as the weight of the track. But it looks like they are loaded now. Hopefully get things kicked off here for the second run for these elite women here in Santiago.
Gotta love this sport. You never know what can really happen when you're up on the gate and you see someone go down. You're all in your flow and you're ready to go, and then you see someone go down, then they put you on hold, and then you're just kind of up there. So time seems to slow down when that happens, and definitely tests the mental strength and mental fortitude of a rider when they're up there. As you can see, they're waiting there patiently to go. Pajon, Hausman, Peterson, Nagare, Diaz, and Tano. Those are the women on this start list. As we are waiting to be official, and here we go.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Gate drops. Looks like Mariana off to a great start with Hausman in tow. But Pajon and Hausman 1 and 2. Pajon taking that gold bike nice and smooth into the first corner, dropping the back wheel twice. She's heading over into that second straightaway. They're jumping into the second corner, rolling into the second corner. Looks like that jump has gotten a bit longer since last year. Pajon looking nice and smooth, steady as she goes down the third straightaway, with the Dutch rider in second, followed by the Argentinian making a move for second on Hausman. So right now, Pajon with a relaxed first place finish, followed by Diaz. Diaz squeezing out Hausman for second over third.
Yeah, cruising through for that win. She definitely put a lot of effort in the beginning, and she takes that victory over Diaz. Hausman, definitely a good run there. She's been one of those riders that's always been strong here. Diaz also from the area. Her and her sister both riding super strong as we get ready for heat number 3.
Heat number 3, Bondarenko, Restrepo, Afremova, Suvorova, Carrera, and Ruarte. So strong Russian contingent. Right here we see Bondarenko. Best finish was a second place. Only 20 years old, so quite young. Currently ranked 4th in points. Not sure she could move all the way up to the number 1 position, but I know she would definitely like an overall top 3 for the year. as she's in lane 1 and known for her strength down the first straightaway.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Out of the gate they go, and Bondarenko, the Russian, straight to the front. So Bondarenko, Afremova, 1 and 2, or 2 and 1. We will see as they come out of the first corner with Restrepo in 3. So it's Bondarenko, Afremova with Restrepo in 3rd. The other Russian trying to make her, Suvorova, making her bid for 4th place. But right now it's Bondarenko and Afremova, 1 and 2. Afremova getting a little bit crazy on that back wheel as Bondarenko pulls away with a triple manual into the last corner. Bondarenko taking it straight in for the win with those gold hoops. Maybe that's a premonition, I don't know. But right now it's Bondarenko, Afremova, Suvorova, Russian sweep with the top 3 with Restrepo for the 4th. The official, Bondarenko, Afremova, Suvorova, and Restrepo. The Colombians looking quite strong here on this track. Looking like they've ridden it before. Next up, Heat 4, Round 1. Christensen, Hernandez, Hatakeyama, Azuero, Diaz, and Bolé Carrillo. All eyes on the silent sleeper, future doctor, Simone Christensen. Her best finish in the Supercross is 2nd, so she's looking to win one of these. Hopefully it's here. She's only 23 years old. She's the current national champion.
Fair enough.
We see Gabriela Diaz on the outside. Consummate professional.
Okay, riders, random start.
Probably.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
If we're standing here, we're not.
Eyes are on lanes 1 and 2. Christensen and Hernandez. Hernandez off to a great start. Looks like Christensen is in the 2nd place position, but she's going to edge out Hernandez just a bit with that lane 1 inside slot. Hernandez staying in 2nd, but right now it's all Christensen followed by Hernandez. We have a rider going down in the back in the 2nd straight. Looks like a Japanese rider went down. Right now it's Christensen, Hernandez, and Diaz from Argentina. The crowd will be happy about that. Christensen pulling away from Hernandez as they go down the last corner. So the future doctor bringing it in textbook style like surgery. Christensen, Hernandez, Diaz, and Bolé. Nice finish. Checking on the downrider. Looks like the track is clear. The official, Simone Christensen, Stephanie Hernandez, Diaz, and Bolé Carrillo from Colombia. Again, the Colombians looking very consistent here. Next up, we have last chance qualifiers for the women after the quarterfinals. And then after that, we go into single elimination. They turn the music up. We are on a small break between rounds.
It's gonna be a wheeler coming quick.
Great run of motos from everyone involved. So racing resumes at 14:45. That is 2:45. We will be back with the last chance qualifier for both men and women.
That's wireless.
This is something to stand by at the moment. Just mic check.
Here we are in the pits. That's my mic check. We're gonna have one of the slowest riders on the circuit stop by and talk with us in a minute. And then Mariana.
I want more.
Yeah.
When you see him talking, then you're ready.
He's always talking, so I don't know.
Arriba.
Alright, stand by. 5.
Okay, here we are in Santiago del Estero. We're in the pits. You just saw that first run of motos. A lot of action out on the track. Someone who was the fastest rider in those elite women's classes so far, that would be Mariana Pajon. Mariana, thanks for taking some time out and joining us. First round of motos, got through the hardest race of the day sometimes just because you haven't been on the track for a while. How did it go for you out there?
It was really good. I felt really good on the gate. I was a little bit scared. It was windy on the gears just before it crashed. So I was like, should I go? Should I not? But it went really good. I feel pretty good.
Coming in to stop number 5, you currently sit 3rd overall on the points. Definitely things could be looking in your advantage right now. We don't want to take anything away. We never want to see anybody get hurt. Laura Smulders crashed. She was able to finish the lap, but she seemed to be holding her arm. I haven't seen her to get a check on it. But I know for you, it's all about how you're going to ride throughout the day. And it's a long day, not a lot of racing. So how are you going to be prepared for your next race coming up? I believe it's going to be the semifinal.
First, I just want to race her. I want her to be good, to be healthy. We always want to ride, have fun, and we don't want someone to get hurt. And by just me on the gate, just doing my laps. We have to wait 2 hours now till the next one. So just to keep motivated, keep warm up, and we're gonna do it.
So being down here in South America, you're a fan favorite worldwide, but especially here, you're on the track cheering. The loudest from you, not from Argentina, but same thing. You are the queen of BMX. So how does that motivate you every time? And does that affect your focus at all when you get ready to take a race on such a dangerous track where you have to be focused that entire lap?
No, it motivates me. It gives me energy to just go on. And if I'm not doing it for me, I'm just doing it for them. Keep me happy, keep me knowing that what I'm doing is good, and what I'm doing is the best thing. So it just passion. It's always good for me.
So we know we have a lot of foreigners for me, not foreign here because we're in South America, but a lot of Spanish-speaking fans that want to know how you're feeling, how the weekend's gone, and what you're looking forward to. So why don't you give them a little update in Spanish?
Me encanta poderles hablar en español. Estamos aquí en Argentina para las últimas 2 Copas Mundo. Me sentí muy bien la primera vuelta, un poco de viento cruzado, pero me sentí muy bien. Estoy preparada para dar siempre lo mejor de mí y pasarla bien.
So, we have 2 days of racing. Today's stop 5 on the World Cup Tour. Again, we go right back in it again tomorrow. And like you said, not a lot of racing for you today, but still 100% effort every time you're out there. Maybe not down the last straightaway on that lap, but I know as throughout the rest of the day, you want to have those quick laps. So what will you do tonight to get ready, again, to do a whole nother World Cup? And of course, the World Cup final tomorrow, very important. But for you, I know every race that you do is very important.
Every time I just do it step by step. After this race, I always do my best, and then tomorrow is a new race. It doesn't matter what's going to happen today. Tomorrow is another day, and the sun comes for everybody at the same time. So I just here to have fun and just do my 100% at always.
Very relaxed, smiling, waving when you're on that camera. So do you turn a switch on to focus to race and just think about, talk us through your mindset, because we have some riders we see, they're quiet, they're serious, you're happy, jovial, smiling, but when is it that you turn that switch on to become Mariana Pajon, world champion, Olympic champion, and just focus on the track?
The thing is that this is my passion, this is what I love to do, so it's easy for me to just go up on the gate, and if I did a good training, if I'm prepared, just having fun, doing your best, and if you're having fun, then everything is gonna be well. Even if I don't win, what I love the most is just before they get drops. That's amazing. The adrenaline, the fans out there, just being on my bike and doing what I love. It's my job at the same time, so it's easy to just smile.
So as I said, tonight, how will you get prepared? What will you have to do tonight to help recover and be as fresh as you can be for tomorrow's racing?
As soon as we finish, if we have to go to anti-doping, we do some like recovery after, and then we do some massage with feel, like with hot water, and some ice and some physiotherapists to help us to be ready for tomorrow.
And then for you tomorrow, how focused, same thing, you're going to be excited, but how focused are you going to be looking at points? Are you going to do any of that, or are you just going to get on your bike and start racing?
No, I never see the points. Even I didn't know I was third on the overall. I just go step by step, and if I do well, I know the points will come. We just focus on the day, and no matter what, no matter who is on the game, it's just against me. So that's what I hope to just don't be really worried about that. Just worry about what I can do.
So, on a different complete side note, in your personal life, you are very busy. You're doing a lot of things outside of racing, outside of being on your bike, but at the same time promoting BMX, celebrating your victories at the Olympics, and really promoting cycling in general in Colombia. Just talk about all the things that you do away from the track. And some of us get a glimpse to see through your social media, but normally, you're just doing a lot of things other than riding.
I'm always doing stuff. I'm always doing events, doing also conference for big companies, but also being an ambassador for my country and my sport. I just want my sport to grow, and after the Olympics, after London, just before they didn't know what BMX was about, and then after it wasn't just football in Colombia, it was cycling, it was BMX, so all the kids, little girls, they wanted to do this, so I'm just trying to be an ambassador.
Well, you're doing a great job on the track and off the track. Mariano, thanks so much for the time. Good luck with the rest of the day racing. Good luck with the weekend. We for sure will see you again soon.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you, everyone.
All right, fans, so there you got it. We're in the pits with Mariana Pajon, the best interview to kick things off. We will get back to racing action here in a minute. We'll throw things back up to Jason. Thanks for tuning in to BMX Live TV. I'm Pete Deluski. See you soon.
You just keep filming something, but it's still live on there. Alright. The audio's cracking up.
Nakai Suárez, Gami, Rojas, Godoy, Mercado y Rocabado. Es la última oportunidad, la chance para estar en los octavos de final.
So you can film just like those guys going up the hill.
Son 4 mangas. 16 pilotos más. Los mejores 4 de cada una de estas van a pasar a los octavos de final. Nosotros a casa. Son 7 pilotos por manga. Los primeros 4 pasan.
Are we
a los
done with this
octavos de
pits
final.
camera?
Los 3 últimos. Chau, chau.
Oh, it's such a smooth transition.
Metal to do such a thing. We are on hold just for a moment, making sure everything is tip-top and perfect. As the starter says we're official. Here we go. Last chance, heat number 1. Taking 4. If they do not make it, they go home and have to wait till tomorrow. Out they go. Ikegami, lane 1. Is he going to make good use of that? It looks like he is, but that only gets him to second place because as we come out of the first turn, we have Rojas and Godoy. So we have Rojas and Godoy, 1 and 2. Rojas running away with it, looking quite nice into that second corner, followed by Nakai and Suarez. So we have Rojas, Nakai, and Suarez. Suarez getting a little crazy in that third straight. Going to maintain the third, but right now it's Rojas, Nakai, and Suarez, 1, 2, and 3. That looks like how they'll finish, anything barring anything catastrophic. So Rojas, Nakai, Suarez, and Mercado. So 2 Argentinians making it through to the 8th finals, making their countrymen proud. The official, Rojas, Nakai, Suarez, and Mercado. Heading up. Next group, startless, heat 2.
placa número 184, en tercera colocación. Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate. Impresionante el argentino, se ve que no se ve así. Primero lugar para Espejo, Jacobo, Catana. 1, 2, 3. Se meten en los octavos de final. Espejo, Catana, Jacobo, Aire, Webster y Viola.
Again, these are some riders that we don't always see on the World Cup circuit, looking to make a name for themselves
Okay, riders,
as they
random
move up the
start.
ranks.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Watch the gate. Random start. Looks like the German straight to the front. The Colombian straight to the front with a nice start. That would be the German, actually. Schaub straight to the front. Schaub to the front, and he is looking good into the second corner, crossing it up for the crowd. A little bit of style. So Schaub, Arenas, 1 and 2. Schaub and Arenas in the rhythm section. Schaub taking it to the sky, then taking it low, keeping it low in that last corner. Everyone took their notes watching Torres last year on that line. So it's going to be Schaub lunging, followed by Arenas, and a photo finish with Kafa and Fini, not knowing. My call is not official, that's for sure. They will go to the photo and or the timing for that. Good lap by Schaub. Definitely good for the confidence heading into the single elimination rounds. It's always nice to qualify out with a win. Nice to know what the track looks like from the front of the pack. The official, the German rider, Schaub, followed by Colombia, Argentina, and Argentina. So 2 Argentinians make it through. Next time we see the elite men, it'll be the 8th finals. And as you know, 4th or better gets you to the next round. And next up we have elite women, last chance. 4th or better will get them to the quarterfinals. 5th or worse will have them waiting for another day to race.